enjoy. Don't be playing with my feelings, baby girl, it's not a toy. I'm the best out, sorry that you left out. If you thought of something opposite, then go ahead, bounce. Never care about nada, go ahead and make me care now. Turn my feelings off and now I'm ready for my close-up. Closer, closer, she be getting closer. One more step, your relationship is over. Good to meet ya when you're coming over. Trying to put my hand around your itty-bitty shoulder.
They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in a ride. All about my cheese, it's a rat race. If you win it first, you in last place. They got me in a bad place. Might crash the whip in a ride. All about my cheese, it's a rat race. If you win it first, you in last place.
Happy holidays, everyone. Welcome to our coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports.
Yeah, they made a lot of plays, and they were in it until the end. Just couldn't do enough to get the win.
And that is why coaches preach about the details. The margins in this league are razor thin.
Now here's Irving. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. We've got two teams here that like to play up-tempo, hoping to find lots of fast break points tonight, RJ.
Yeah, it could be tough when both squads have this type of speed. It makes it a little bit harder to escape the defense. And look, everybody will keep the ball locked up tight tonight. Now that's his dribble drive. That's one of DeMar DeRozan's superpowers.
Timeout called, Brooklyn. Back on draft night 2017, the Bulls trading away their star, Jimmy Butler.
And what a haul they got from Minnesota. Zach LaVine, the headliner, and he's turned out to be a franchise player. It's tough to win one of those type of deals, but Chicago got a stud. Oh, and last summer, Ben Simmons had surgery on a herniated disc. I'm not a back expert, you know, I'm more of an ankle guy, but hard to be effective when that area is just not right.
Now here's LaVine. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Harris outside. Pass to Durant. Shoots over Vucevic. Nice shot by Durant. And last season, Ben Simmons caught some flack for not suiting up in the playoffs. Grant, you think his surgery quieted those voices a little?
You know, I think it did a little bit. But, you know, at this point, it's going to come down to his performance on the court. He does have something to prove. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Harris misses.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
To the paint. Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Love it when Vucevic attacks with intent. He has the size and strength to dominate around the cup.
Got a piece of it. LaVine way outside. Three-pointer off the mark. Harris on the wing. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Here's Simmons. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
The paint is where Simmons excels at finding points. He knows how to own the inside.
LaVine can't hit.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Outside Irving. The kick out, Curry. Pass to Harris. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Now here's Caruso. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Here's DeRozan. Fades back. Ben Simmons grabs the board.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. And Durant with the block.
We've seen Durant really improve as a defender, using his impressive length to block shots.
Levine draws the double. Pass to Vucevic. And again, Chicago, no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
That gives him the lead. Simmons has got his second basket on the night.
Man, he's bringing the energy, the efficiency. I love what he's doing offensively. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
We've got 1:13 left in the first quarter. Pass to O'Neal. Here's Thomas. It's Warren on the wing. Takes the three. And again, no good by Brooklyn. The three from DeRozan. Claxton with a rebound.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Yep, that one goes.
Yeah, just outworking the coverage. Warren enjoys going up strong and cashing in despite the contact.
Now here's Caruso. DeRozan, left side. Sinks the 15-footer. DeRozan's got his second basket of the game.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Chicago with the ball. On the wing, Levine. The 11-footer. Here's Vucevic. Uses the glass on the layup.
A player that seemingly inhales rebounds. Vucevic attacks the glass with great energy.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. It's the Bulls. They lead by a bucket. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
Now here's Caruso. Outside Levine. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, Grant, one thing Levine has done since entering the league, he's taken his strength training very seriously.
No question. I mean, he can play a much more physical brand of ball now. We even see him post up with his back to the basket, converting through contact. It's just part of his overall evolution.
Irving with it. Picked up by DeRozan. Back to Irving. And the shot is good. Harris making the play.
So smooth around the rim. I love how Kyrie just goes up with confidence, knowing that he's going to figure it out.
Here's Durant. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to belong to Nikola Vucevic.
No debate there. He got hammered.
And Kevin Durant, post-Achilles surgery, no apparent decline, Grant. Last season, the 3rd highest scoring average of his career.
I mean, incredible. Almost 30 points a game. Think about this. 2 of the 4 times he's led the league in scoring, he did it averaging less points per game. And his efficiency, good as ever.
for 3.
We sometimes forget how solid Irving is when it comes to his passing. Great find there.
For 3, Dragic. First shot won't go. Brooklyn with the ball. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And I'll tell you what a surprising result. Losing to an underdog is one thing, but getting blown out is quite another.
I think they just got caught completely by surprise, and they never managed to fully recover.
Outside Irving. Back to Harris. Inside. Outside Durant. Pass to Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sharp. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Terrific playmaking from Simmons, getting the ball into his hands off a wide open shooter.
And stolen by Jones. And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Both teams will make substitutions.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Levine. He's been an important part of this offense, averaging around 22 points a game. Oh, the jam by Drummond.
Showing off some mobility there. When Drummond rolls like this, he's hard to stop in pick and rolls.
Here's Harris. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Well, Richard, as a former player yourself, what's your take on stars demanding trades and jumping around the league so much?
It's tough because I've seen the other thing happen to stars. Blake Griffin re-signs with the Clippers. They show him videos of putting his jersey in the rafters, and then he's traded a year later. So I think everybody has to figure out what is best for them, but you also have to try as an individual and as a professional to fulfill your obligations. And I think trades can be someplace in the middle of that.
Here's Drummond. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
And he can't hit the second.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Simmons with the bucket.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside. The people upstairs in Brooklyn have been making some very interesting moves, trying to put together a championship caliber team. I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. And the Nets making a change here. DeRozan. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play.
This is the exact energy you like to see from Drummond. He can be a monster on the offensive glass.
Cash, Mills with the bucket. Are those big decisions by the Nets front office difficult to deal with as players?
You know, some guys can ignore the politics, but I'm sure others do have questions at the end of the day, though. These guys just want a ball. And ultimately, I think they just roll with the punches.
Coming off the bench and playing well, it's an art. And Patty Mills, look, he's mastered that art. He's been excellent in that role for years.
Here's Levine for 3. Misses that shot. Struggling now, shooting 1 for 8.
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's Sumner. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. 5 on the clock. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Caruso. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sumner. Here's Claxton. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible. And the Nets lead by 3.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Here's DeRozan. And the shot no good, a bit short. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Nets out in front, leading by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. It's Simmons with a drive. And slam dunk by Simmons.
Big man rolling through. Give Simmons a lane to the rim, and he'll make you pay.
Chicago grabs the miss.
That's a rarity for him, especially against a soft defense.
Pass to Drummond. Outside for Levine. Poke loose. Williams with it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Here they come, fans. Turn your attention to the clock for your Chicago Bull.
So both teams making some changes here. And the Nets with possession here. 5-point lead, biggest of the game. Here's Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
What an athletic play by Durant. This man, what can't he do?
RJ, not too many teams are more willing to make bold front office moves than the Nets.
And we've seen it for a while. You had the Durant acquisition, the Ben Simmons trade. Brooklyn is never afraid to go all in to make a run for a championship. Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Curry from deep three-point land. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Clock at 6. DeRozan. The shot comes out, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. Here's Irving. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn.
The blowout begins now. Time to go.
Harris right side.
Okay. Bring it back to Ben.
Outside Simmons. Just 4
Work him. Keep it small. Give me. Thank you.
Fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. I'm thinking about the Aussie Ben Simmons. Such an impressive defender, Richard.
Honestly, he's a defensive player of the year caliber player every year, mainly due to his ability to guard any position. This is the type of versatility that isn't seen very often.
Now here's Caruso. Williams from long range. Kevin Durant with a rebound.
Is it possible to rest too much? Because he hasn't been able to get into a groove since coming back in.
And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. And the Nets making a change here. Chicago trailing here. Up top, Levine. Pass to Vucevic. And that one's long.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Here's Thomas. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Caruso outside. The rebound by the Nets. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Irving. No good that time. Good work defensively by Caruso.
2 minutes.
Down low. Stolen. Fast break, Brooklyn. Outside Irving. Pass to Durant. Here's Sharp. The kick to Durant. On the wing, Irving. Three-pointer. And Durant gets it to go. Durant's got 13 now.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Timeout called, the Nets. And the players take this opportunity to get some Gatorade. Getting some fluids in you is so important during these timeouts. Get fresh, keep those batteries charged.
Yeah, without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a ball game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have to be hydrated.
Give it up one more time for your Chicago Bulls.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
Oh, guys, the city of Chicago is used to the highest standard. The shadow of those Michael Jordan teams still looms large.
Back to Edwards. Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. It feels like once you get a taste of winning, you never want that to end, Grant.
But the reality is, for most franchises, it does end for long periods of time. I hope the fans do appreciate this current Bulls team. There's something to be proud of.
Here's Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Dragic up top. Outside White. Outside Levine. 4-3. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Just a big play at this juncture of the game. Second chance points could be the key for them.
Impressive effort right there. That's what they need to mount a comeback. Here's Thomas. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. 6 to shoot. Drummond grabs the miss. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And coach called his timeout to try and reset things on offense, shake them up a bit so they can hopefully start getting some shots to fall.
The Bulls on offense. 8-point game. And after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. He got it up. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's Brooklyn, up by a healthy 8 points. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. And Chicago has possession, trailing by 8. Pass to Levine. Tipped. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. He likes what he's seeing, but he cautioned his players, we are not far enough ahead to assume anything. Momentum can shift in a heartbeat. We have to be diligent, and we have to be smart.
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Physical defense, not a problem for Simmons. His strength is one of his assets.
Caruso outside. Irving knocks it away.
How about that block from Irving there? Getting the timing just right on the defense.
And And there's the foul. It'll go on Kyrie Irving. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
DeRozan outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
That's what you get for doing that dumbass shit.
And Brooklyn has possession. Timeout called. Brooklyn. So it's Brooklyn now. 10-point lead. Irving goes in. Missed inside.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Mills. And the layup is good off the glass. All right, Richard, I was looking over your accomplishments, doing a little extra prep on. An NBA title with the Cavs, a state title in high school, and almost won it all in college in Arizona. Is that the one what-if in your career?
Oh, no. Thank you for bringing this up. But, yeah, I have tons of what-ifs. I had, obviously the college championship. I also got captains in the 04. And look, just for giggles, I also like to talk about the 2 times I lost in the NBA Finals going against Shaq and Kobe, then Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and Manu Ginobili. But the funny thing is, it's not like they didn't have Hall of Fame head coaches. It was only Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. So,
come on, man.
Buzzsaws in my day.
To their benefit, they've cut down on the miscues here in the second half.
Okay. Levine going in. Good job.
Something seemed to click for him at halftime. He's looked a lot more focused, and the game is just easy for him now.
What you get? Let's go.
That was good by Durant.
Well, Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets
Ooh, good block. Way to come from behind. Thank you.
Outside Irving. On the
Here we go. Treyway.
Here's the 3.
Come on.
Can't hit that time. So the Bulls
Come on, set.
Pass to Williams.
Not fucking around about him.
And it comes off an assist from Levine.
He can hit that shit, but we're not worried about
much
it.
attention on offense. The D, look, they're going
Come on, let's get that Durant, dude.
It opens up some great passing lanes for him.
Chicago trailing here.
Come on. Stay right there.
DeRozan left side. Caruso outside.
I'm gonna get Alice to us up. They letting them bitches rain, boy. That nigga 3 threes back to back. Good job. Give me. Thank you. Take his soul right back from him. Watch his soul leave his body.
Along with Hall of Fame talent, KD is just clutch.
Pass to DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Vucevic. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Come on. You better get back. You better get back. Kevin Durant. Play on me. I got an advantage too. Let's go. Let's go.
With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
Fuck no. That dumbass shit. Now I'm finna yam on him again.
No good.
Finna yam on him again. KD. Oh, you lucky. Oh, you lucky.
Here, the Bulls decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. A minute 20 left in the final quarter.
To nobody's. Get to him. Let's go. Come on, man. Quit fucking fouling me.
Intentional foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach
Bitch.
we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
Oh, they made me throw that one up. The meat ain't even come on the screen.
Outside Levine.
That's Ben Simmons. Pull up, Ben. Thank you. You know about that shit. Thank you with that dumbass shit. Now foul him. Foul him. Foul him. Joe, ball game. Get him out of here. Fuck off my court, bitch. Fuck off my court, bitch. Gotta keep it up. Thank you. That's Kevin Durant.
Durant gets it to go.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
Levine attacking. The three from DeRozan. And it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
The veteran leader of this squad, DeMar DeRozan, showing the kids how it's done down the stretch.
Answering the call, Ben Simmons, huge in the biggest moment.
Williams from long range. The rebound by Simmons. Vucevic with a steal. Money.
That's clutch. A veteran in this league, Vucevic has been in this situation many times throughout his career.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
And so he drops them both. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
So we see the Nets get the win here. Just a gutsy
My streak continues. Told you I keep people under 50, man. You not scoring 50 on me, bro. Niggas not scoring 50 on me. Sorry. Streak continues.